Hello and welcome everyone to Pandora's Tarot. These are the readings for the month of August. And as I always say, remember to check not only your sun sign but also your rising and your moon sign, especially the moon sign for women and for those who were born during the night. It can be really powerful, and all three aspects conform, the energies that could manifest in each and every one of us in our lives, right? So please remember to check the three videos. If you can't, do check at least your rising sign, okay? Because that would be one of the most important. And as I always say, if you would like to contact me for a private reading, you can do so at pandorastarot@gmail.com. You can find the address in the description box below this video, so you can just copy paste from there. And of course, thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I love the community that has formed around these videos. So thank you again, and let's move on to the reading. Welcome back, Aquarius. Let's start with your reading for this month. We have in the challenge position the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card that represents someone who has fought many battles and who is waiting for the next one to actually happen. This is someone who is on a state of alert. This is definitely not a relaxed state, okay? And actually, if you can look at the card wheels, the character is actually hurt. So I feel it's something you have been fighting for quite some time, Aquarius, and it could be that you have been fighting to get this for the past 9 months, or since last November, or even the last 9 years, okay? Because it is a long battle, okay? It does feel like that, and it comes up in the challenge position because this month you will be able to have the opportunity to actually put an end to this, okay? It's not so much a fighting with someone. I feel like it's more like a battle to achieve something, okay? And but of course, this is a general reading, so it could go in different ways. For the majority of you, I feel it's something that has to do more with a material achievement, because we have a pentacle here, more than putting an end to, say, for example, a fight with a member of your family, okay? Something that has been going on forever. But again, regardless of how it manifests for each and every one of you, this is the month when you can actually seize a resource and put that resource into work, so it will allow you to get a good result. Because we have, like I said before, in the center of the reading, the Ace of Pentacles. And you have heard me say before, the Ace of Pentacles it's a seed, okay? This is a resource that will come your way, Aquarius, and that you should treat it as a seed. That means you have to plant it, you have to nourish this seed, so eventually it will actually it will blossom, it will bloom, it will give fruits. Okay, so it's more like an investment than actually something that you just get this money now, or this resource in any way it might come. You might get this resource now and you use it now and that's it. No, this is the opportunity for you to really put the effort to invest in something that could, give fruits throughout your life even, okay? And not only that, this resource, the fruits that come out of this seed will allow you to put an end to this battle, okay? Now, interestingly, you have in the position of things you won't be able to change, the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents institutions, it represents paperwork, bureaucratic type of endeavors. It also represents higher learning, so it could be that, something like a university. And it represents institutions that have, how can I say this, like a pecking order, like you have, I don't know, presidents, vice presidents, and all of that. You know, there is a everyone has their own place, okay, and their own level of authority within this institution, and you know, everything has to go through a certain type of process, and you can alter the process, and you can skip any step, that sort of thing. So here's the thing, this resource, to be able to really seize this resource, you will have to go through an institution, whether it is because you have to do some kind of paperwork, some kind of bureaucratic thing, or because you need to team up with a company or some kind of institution that is larger than you, so you can actually use this, or perhaps you feel like to be able to use this, you need to, you know, learn more or instruct yourself more, so you go to a university or college or somewhere where you can actually acquire this knowledge. In whichever way this manifests, you will need an institution, or an institution, whether it's government or not related, government or private. You will need an institution that will allow you to, it will be like a conduct to use this resource, okay? Use it as something that eventually will give more and more, okay, like I've been saying. Now, interestingly, you have in the position of the help, you're going to receive the Five of Wands in reverse. And this is something that has happened throughout most of the readings, where a card that is not so good or so positive comes up in the help position. Now, the Five of Wands in the reverse talks about a group of people that quite simply cannot work together, okay? There's a lot of ego involved. Yes, they're very creative and very passionate about what they do, but there's a lot of ego and even violence in the way they relate to each other. So, you know, they're not trying to be constructive, they're just trying to be, they're destructive. That's the reason. They're not trying to build something together, because what they're trying to get is to get recognition just from themselves, okay? There's a lot of ego going on with this. So here's the thing, I believe this group of people will be part of this institution that you will need, okay? So this is what why the tarot is saying you won't be able to avoid the institution, because I think you might be able to, from the first, you know, from the get-go, you will realize that these people are inside this institution, and you will be like, oh, I don't want to be a part of that. But what the tarot is saying is that no, this is the path. You need to deal with these people, try to do your work or whatever it is, your thing, without, you know, giving energy to them, you know. Don't ignore them, but don't engage. That would be the right way of saying it. Don't engage, and just, that will also allow you to set the difference between you and all the productivity that you want to achieve, and their inability to build anything, okay? So, and that will look good to the eyes of this institution. So if you follow this path, you will achieve success. We have in the final card the Six of Wands, and Six of Wands represents material success. So this is a way of winning this battle, this very, very long battle, okay? If you use in a smart way this resource, you will be able to put an end to this battle, but also win it, you know? So yeah, it could be that for some of you, this is some kind of family quarrel that has been going on forever, and perhaps you go to some kind of institution, or you try to seek some kind of professional help that will allow you to put an end to this, and your family or whoever it is that you're fighting with, they're so disastrous that, you know, you don't even have to fight that hard to achieve a victory, okay? It's almost like it's obvious they're not they're not productive, and they're not interested in actually they're not interested in having any kind of healthy relationship. It's actually like they're more they're hungry for this fight is what they keep, it keeps them alive. And you are on the other end of that spectrum. You're like, no, I want this to end, and I want to focus my energy on something actually productive. Well, the month of August is the month for you to do that, Aquarius, okay? So I hope you're able to seize it. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'll see you next month, and take care.